Hey, hello everybody. We are here for the last night of the Boss Up and List 3-day virtual listing party. And as you can see, Victoria and I have dressed up in our onesies as was promised. Let me tell you, it is like a million degrees. Like a week ago when we were talking about doing this party and we said something about wearing onesies, somebody was like, oh, it's gonna be too hot. Seriously, it was like cool here then.
It was 60 degrees.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, it'll be fine.
Yep. And then almost like overnight, suddenly it was like summertime here. And now it's been like in the 80s. We have the air conditioning blasting. I don't think I'm going to be able to handle wearing this for very much longer. But hey, you get it for about 2 seconds. But anyway, Vicki has her awesome Pink Panther onesie. Mm-hmm. That's pretty hilarious. And we have Theresa here with us. Hi, Theresa.
Woo! Hello. I don't have a onesie on because I'm smarter than they are.
You guys, she's wearing, she just busted out an awesome hat that she was going to put on and then she took it off. Okay, wait, here we are.
Can you see it?
There you go.
Ooh, so this is my eBay jester hat.
Mm-hmm.
I bought this off of eBay to wear at an eBay event and I've never worn it because it's so not me, but it's kind of cool.
I think you need to bring it to eBay Open and wear it.
Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to last.
Yeah.
Woo. Anyway, so yeah, thanks guys for coming and let's see, we've got like people in here right now with us, so that's awesome. Mm-hmm. And Lynn says that she has a balmy 31 degrees in Illinois.
Now I love our warm weather, but that 31 degrees would feel great right now.
Oh yeah, it would. So anyway, you know, I was looking at the numbers over the last couple of days, and when I was coming up with all the stuff for giving out prizes and stuff, and when I looked at Monday and Tuesday together, there were roughly around 80 different people that have been participating. Now there might be a little bit more than that because I didn't take any of the numbers from today, but still to have like close to 100 people participating in this, like the first time we've ever tried it. And considering we only have a Facebook group of a little over 1,000, so getting close to 10% participation, I think is pretty. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And so I just wanted to throw those numbers out there because you know how Theresa likes numbers. She loves to hear her numbers.
And you know what? You rattled those off, and I didn't really pay attention. I think you said 80.
We had 80 people that were participating in the thread anyway. So
yeah. But that's not to take into account anybody who maybe didn't comment or didn't comment on the videos. I'm sure we have some people participating that aren't actually members of the boss group, although I don't know why you're not a member of the boss group. You should, because we're super boss. Yeah. So anyway, so oh man, I am like blazing in here. So hold on a second, guys. So check this out. Dana.
I don't see nothing yet. Wait till it gets to be 110
I
degrees.
know, right?
Well, like, okay. When it's 110 degrees, am I going to be wearing my raccoon onesie? No.
I don't know.
Okay, so
you're weird.
Anyway, our friend Dana, who is also a seller, she and I share a love of cats and clothing, and on t-shirts especially. So she just gave me this t-shirt today. Check it out. This is
more at the bottom. There you go.
It says everyday struggle. It says everyday struggle. This is basically Notorious CAT. See, he's got a stack of bills in his hand, and he's wearing his Coogee sweater. So,
yeah. Thanks, Dana.
I love it.
All right. So, how's everybody doing out there? Did you guys get a lot of listing done? Did you feel like do you feel like this helped you to do more than maybe you normally would have? Theresa, how many did you get done?
Oh, you know, I didn't count today, but today I didn't get a lot done because there's a lot of other stuff going on today. But as you know, my day's not over. I went to bed after 2 last night and right at 2 on Monday night. So I'll probably be up till at least 2 tonight.
Okay, hold on a second. So you guys, Theresa was up till 2 last night working. I get a text this morning at what, like 5:30, and she's like, "Up and at 'em! It's a new day. Let's get going." Like, this is what I'm talking about when I say Theresa never sleeps. Like, who does that?
She's like the Energizer Bunny.
I get going to sleep at 2 a.m., but like getting up at 5:30 and being ready to like attack the day, like it's ridiculous.
I think I actually got up out of bed at 6:30 maybe. But you know, I when I wake up in the morning, I usually spend some time, you know, doing the social media and on the phone and whatever, because that'll change. But in the wintertime, nobody wants to get out of bed at that early in the morning. It's cold outside.
Oh,
and
no.
it's toasty.
Yeah, I mean, we usually get up like 6:37, but then it's like you got to have coffee, you got to do the social media thing. And I mean, that's kind of the nice part about working for yourself is you set your own schedule and you can kind of relax in the morning before you get started and jump into it. But yeah, Tammy says that she wants Theresa's energy. I could paint and list it all in one day.
Yeah, right?
Seriously.
And, I tell people that it's my superpower, and I don't ever want to get rid of it.
It's a good one. It's a good one because I'm like, I mean, we're both morning people and we both work really hard, but I don't know how you manage to get so much accomplished in one day always and on so little sleep. I need 6 to 7 hours. I mean, 6 or 7 hours of sleep and I'm fine, but anything less than that and you don't want to be anywhere near me because I am miserable. And I also can't get anything done. I can't
a little
focus.
cranky.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A little cranky.
I don't use an alarm, so I go to bed when I'm tired. I wake up when I'm tired. I mean, I wake up when I'm rested, and but there are some days, like on Monday, it was kicking my butt, so I laid down and took about a 30-minute power nap, and that rejuvenates me because I'm like you. I cannot work if I'm cold, if I'm hungry, or if I'm tired, and I will stop in the middle of the day and take a 30-minute power nap, and that just rejuvenates me. So I get it.
I wish I could nap. I'm not a good napper.
I am an excellent napper. I'd get a gold medal if it was an Olympic sport. Anyway,
so we've got some results. Some people are clocking in with their amount of listings they got done, and I think that's pretty good.
So let's see, Barbara Colson said she did 20 today, 57 over 3 days so far, and she wants to get a few more done. For a total of 60. So Barbara, is that normal for you, or would you say that this is more than what you would normally be able to get done in a few days? Because I'm hoping that everybody was motivated to kind of push forward and do like a little bit more than they normally would do. And I'm also really hoping that we're going to help some of you create some new habits around listing more regularly. I know we did this as a 3-day thing this time. I'm actually thinking about wanting to start doing this as a weekly thing, not 3 days, but doing 1 day a week. And so we're going to try that out for a while. And so my thought is that changing this over to doing it as a Wednesday thing, and rather than having it be like this 5-hour slot, just basically starting it at the beginning of the day, putting up a Boss Up and List thread in the morning, up in the Boss Facebook group, and then just having the event be an all-day thing. So depending on like what part of the country or what part of the world you live in, you can do it at your own pace, but be checking in and checking in with everybody. And then we would also still have like an hour-long live show just to kind of give everybody a break, give everybody a chance to breathe and kind of have some fun. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. We do that weekly and hopefully like help everybody just kind of stay motivated and keep on top of it and really build those habits. Looks like Ashley said that would be awesome to help her stay motivated. So Barbara says she tries to do 5 to 10 a day. So definitely upped it in the last few days. That's awesome.
Yay.
Very cool. And hopefully you guys are going to start to see sales. Now, sometimes you'll do this. Sometimes you'll like be going crazy listing. And I know somebody was saying that they really listed like crazy over the last week and they're not really seeing the sales come in. Listen, you have to be patient and you just have to keep on it. You have to keep up on it, keep that habit going, really get into like the groove of it. And at some point it's going to hit, it's going to happen. But you can't let it get too discouraging for you if you're finding that it hasn't worked quite yet, because sometimes it takes a little while.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And to answer the question, no, I didn't cut the purple out of my hair, but I just recently repinked. Actually, this morning I repinked, and the purple washes out faster than the pink, so I have to go put some more purple in it on the tips. So
you guys, I took this amazing picture of her while she was doing it.
I don't think it's amazing at all.
She was bleaching the roots, and she had like her pink. Like seriously,
I had to bleach the gray.
Okay,
I've got a lot of gray.
I took a picture.
Most people with pink hair.
I finally got her to say I could post it. I haven't done it yet, so maybe you guys should demand that I post it. Seriously, she looks like she might have been on a white girl in a white girl like hip hop group in the 90s. The hair, it just looks amazing. So I think that I need a lot of you demanding that you see this picture.
It's ridiculous.
Okay. Teresa's in there chatting already.
Thanks, Theresa. I thought you were supposed to have my back, Theresa. Thanks.
Here's what I'll do. I'll just post it in the boss group after the live show. So that way we're limiting Vicky's exposure to the world at large, and we're keeping it within the group, and it's a little bit of a like prize and prize for the rest
50
of you.
thumbs up on the video, it gets posted. There you go.
There you go. So yeah, so you got asked for something.
What do I get out of this? What do I get out of this?
Nothing. You get nothing.
You are wearing a onesie right now, a pink onesie, okay?
I am.
Okay. I didn't want to make sure you knew that.
I am.
Okay, so we said that we were going to do prizes tonight. So the way, if you haven't heard like how I explained how this was going to work, so we actually have 8 different prizes. It sounds like a lot. It is a lot. We have 8 different prizes that we're going to give out to people who participated on Monday and Tuesday in the listing party. So what I did is I got everybody's name who commented in the thread in the Boss Facebook group on Monday, and everybody's name who commented in the thread on Tuesday, yesterday, in the Facebook group. And then I also got everybody's name who commented on the videos from Monday and Tuesday. Okay, so if you commented any one of those, you're going to be entered in the contest. If you commented in every single one of those, then you got 4 entries into the contest. So that's going to be 4 chances that you could potentially win. And so that's how we're going to do it. Now, for anyone who participated today, because we're going to start moving forward, we're going to start doing this every week. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have the people who participated today in the Facebook group and anybody who comments on this video after it's live, they will be eligible for a prize next week. And then I'll still do something for people who are participating in the actual live chat during the show. So I want to keep doing, it's probably not going to be like as many prizes as we're doing today. This is kind of like to celebrate our first successful virtual listing party event. So I'm pretty excited about it. So I got went a little crazy, a little overboard getting prizes together for you guys. But I want to keep that going forward to kind of make it fun, a little bit of celebration. So Theresa, why don't you show us the prizes that you are offering up?
I can't show you the prizes because they're on their way here.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you tell us again what the prizes are?
Tell us what those fabulous prizes are, Theresa.
We're going to use our minds to imagine what you are offering.
So I ordered on Monday some of the new 3-inch wide eBay blue tape. And if you haven't ever used 3-inch wide tape, it'll change your world. I'm going to be offering up 3 rolls of those. So as soon as they come in, I think mine are supposed to arrive on Friday. I'll turn around and ship them out to whoever wins. And then I'm going to send out a pack of 25 of the yellow thank you postcards. Why the yellow ones? Because I found somebody to trade me the purple and the blue for the red one, so yellow's left over.
Yeah, Theresa knows how to hustle it to get what she wants, and she loves red, so she wanted to make sure she had all red postcards. All right, awesome. So those are going to be those prizes. And then I had showed you guys some of the prizes that I have before. So one of them is this eBay video slots. It's one of those traveler coffee mugs. I don't think this is used at all, is it?
I don't think so, but it is a little bit scratched on
the outside.
I don't know where
like
the heck it came from.
But I opened it, and it doesn't look like it's ever been used before.
I've had it for a long time, but I've never used it.
I have a whole ton of those. Came from a thrift store in Vegas. They were like, I don't know what I got them for, but I use them as prizes as well. So
yeah, so basically these
are awesome.
Yeah, it's like there was an actual eBay video slot machine in Vegas for a while, and you said that there were some in Connecticut.
Well, yeah, because I actually played it when I lived in Rhode Island at Mohegan Sun, which is a casino in Connecticut. So I know it exists. It wasn't on the shelves or on the floors for very long. For some reason, they pulled it. They didn't. They weren't happy with the representation of eBay on a casino game, I guess. So
I don't know. So anyways, that's one of the prizes. Okay, and then prize number 2 that I showed the other day as well is, apparently I'm going to throw everything out of the game. Anyway, this is actually, the box is a little beat up, but still, this is a pretty cool prize. Sorry, I'm making lots of noise. This is eBay, the auction game for ages 10 and up, okay? And this is, like I said, it's a little beat up. I don't know when this game was made. Oh, it looks like 2001.
Oh, yeah.
So it's almost vintage, guys. It's getting close. It's getting close. Anyway, so it's the eBay auction game, and some lucky winner will win this tonight.
And I just want to break in. I saw in the chat someone, Liz D. It's her first time watching the show, watching it live. So hi, welcome, Liz. And what's the listing challenge? Where can I see the video to that? The listing challenge is something that if you subscribe to this channel, you can go back to a couple videos back and it'll tell you about the listing challenge. This is kind of our wrap up for the 3-day challenge that we've had, but we're going to have another one and we're going to start doing this weekly. So if you want to watch some previous videos once this is over, that'll explain.
Yeah, it's basically like a virtual listing party. So it's just a way for us to be like, hey, we want to list a whole bunch of stuff and we're going to buckle down and do it, but we're going to do it while we talk to our buddies about it. And it's about having like some camaraderie and some accountability. For a lot of people, the part that sometimes is the hardest is getting listings up and done. It's easy to go out and source. That's the fun part. But doing the actual listing can be a little bit more challenging. And sometimes it's hard to stay motivated, especially when you just work by yourself. So the idea behind a listing party is that we just kind of all do it together. And so we've been doing it for the last 3 days. This is the 3rd and final day, but we're going to start doing it every Wednesday going forward. So yeah, if you just subscribe to this channel, and also if you want to go ahead and join the Boss Facebook group, which the link to it is down below the description of this video. If you're in that Facebook group, then you're going to know a lot more about what's going on in the future, because that's kind of where we make announcements and stuff like that. So yeah, Lynn says it's kind of like having coworkers. All right, so let's see. Oh, and so the other 2 prizes, I have 2 more prizes. These are actually, they're both the same. But basically what they are, it's a little, I have 2 eBay kind of packing kits. Okay, so what comes in each one, you will get, if you win this prize, you will get 2 little padded, allow me to hit you in the face, please, Vicki. 2 padded eBay mailers, okay? You will get 10 sheets.
The
10
red,
sheets
no,
of
not the
eBay. They're multicolored, but yes, the one on top is red, but they're all different colors. So you get 10 sheets. They're actually really big. So you get 10 sheets of this tissue paper. It's great for packaging stuff up. You will also get 2 poly mailers that are eBay branded. I use these for like t-shirts, anything that, most of my first class stuff, any clothing that could fit in this that's under £1, I send out in these poly mailers. I order them on eBay. And then I have 2 more poly mailers. These are the big ones, the biggest ones that you can get right now.
We need bigger.
Yeah, we need bigger.
If you're listening.
I actually use these to send a lot of jackets in, because they add virtually no extra weight. And so if I'm sending something priority by weight, I'm going to be able to get it down to the least amount of weight as possible, and hopefully the cheapest method. I also use this if I'm shipping a pair of shoes that come in their original box. This is a little tip for you guys. I actually use these big poly mailers to put the whole shoe box inside, so I can not have to put it in another box with all that extra added weight, but they still get it in the original box. So that's a little trick. So yeah, so you'll get these as well. And then also all of my prizes come with an added little bonus, an LV Pink Panther button, little button. Very cool. So yeah, so those are all the prizes. And then there is one more prize.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. There's one more prize that we will give out towards the end of the show today, and that is going to be the prize that only you guys who are here with us right now we've got 39 people watching. The people that are here right now, if you're still here when we get to this point, I'm going to come up with some sort of question, and whoever answers correctly first will win this prize. And it is a $50 eBay gift card. It's a digital gift card. So whoever wins, I will send you the code for it, and you'll have $50 to spend on eBay, and that's going to be like the big prize of the night. And it's only for you guys who are here right now with us tonight to participate in the live show. All right, so do we want to go ahead and do a couple prizes right now, guys? What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I'm actually going to share my screen with you guys, because I want to make sure that you see how I'm choosing the winners, so you know that it's totally kosher. And so I'm going to share my screen with you real quick. And let's go over here. And let me move this over here. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. All right. Woo. So this is how I have my whole list here. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to use a random number generator. So first I have to put in like how many I actually have to choose from here. So it looks like we've got 146. So 146 is our max. This is really handy when you have to do any kind of like drawings. So we're going to generate our first number. And we are number 13.
Lucky
Right.
13.
Lucky 13.
Now number 13 is going to win. Let's say they're getting a roll of tape.
Okay, so I guess I need to write this down.
Oh, it's Barbara Colson.
Woo, Barbara, you get some.
All right, Barbara, number 13. We've got a winner, so you better write that down,
I'll write
Theresa.
these down.
I got it.
Give me a pen, please.
Oh, and it looks like Victoria's going to help us out too, but
Okay.
don't lose my notes.
I feel like I'm taking notes at a baby shower.
All right, let's do one more. This is going to be for another roll of tape. So we'll go over to our random number generator and hit generate. And 48. Who is number 48? Let's scroll on down here. Dorothy. Oh, you know what? I think this Dorothy Pantyfines.
Dorothy Reinhardt.
Oh, it's Dorothy Reinhardt. Yeah, this is her. This is actually her. YouTube name. So Dorothy, we got you down.
You get a roll of tape.
You get a roll of tape.
What was
All
the
right,
last name? I can't read that. Oh, you got it.
That's like her handle on YouTube.
It's Reinhardt. It's Reinhardt. I think.
Yeah,
that's spelling off the top of my head. I could be wrong. I'm sorry if I wrecked it.
It's right. I'll figure it out.
All right, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to get off the screen share here. All right, so that's our first two winners. They got their tape.
Yay.
Yeah, it was Barbara Colson. That was you. It was definitely Barbara Colson. All right, so now you took away my list here.
Sorry.
Come on, woman.
Right there.
Okay, so so I had next on my list was future listing parties. So yeah, we're going to do this in the future. I'm going to keep doing it. The fun part about next week is that Lorna is actually going to be here. So Lorna Thompson, who was on the show yesterday, is a friend of ours, and she's actually coming from Washington down to Las Vegas on Monday night, and she's going to be here for all week during the week. She's coming for a sourcing trip. So we're going to be going Tuesday, we're going to source like crazy, and then Wednesday, we're going to work at home most of the day. And then Thursday, we're going to go out and do a whole bunch of more sourcing. And so what we're going to do on Wednesday, when we have the all-day listing party on Wednesday, is we'll probably do the show at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I will let you guys know for sure later, but I'm pretty sure that's what time we'll do it. And we'll actually do our live show as like another haul video. I know Victoria and I do the Sunday hauls. We'll still do a Sunday haul. But on Wednesday, when we have the listing party this next week, we're actually going to have Lorna as a special guest. And we'll get to see the cool stuff that she was able to source on her trip here. So that should be really super fun. And I'm looking forward to getting to do that and hang out with you guys as well. So the next thing we were going to go into, so this was a big listing party, right? So we thought it would be fun and informative to kind of go through some like listing tips. And I was going to start with Theresa. Theresa, you have like a really cool kind of hint tip, little trick that you do. So why don't you go ahead and explain to us what it is that you do, why you do it, and how you do it.
Okay, so one of the things is that I've learned is a lot of people, I guess mostly Amazon sellers, won't buy stuff at Walmart because all of Walmart stuff is pre-priced and the price is on the package. And you know how Amazon is, if you can't mess up the package or it's considered used. So I don't send in Walmart stuff to Amazon, but I do buy a ton of Walmart stuff on clearance, and some things are just regular price and flip it on eBay. And so what I wanted to show you, and I'll do my screen share now, is the trick that I have for editing photos very quickly so that the price doesn't show up in your photo. Now, when I ship it, I usually cut the tag off or the part of the thing that has the price on it. But for photos, I think it just looks better to have it, not show with that piece cut off. So I use a program called PaintNet. I think it's PaintNet or Paint.net. It's
Paint.net.
Paint.net. Yeah, Paint.net. It's a free program. Katie's put the link to download it in under the video. And it is it's free and it's quick and easy. I'm not a graphic artist. There are very few things that I know how to use. Most of them I've just YouTubed to figure it out. But I'm going to show that to you. So I'm going to share my screen. And let me see if I can find, there it is. And I'm going to show you, I've taken a picture of 3 items. So this is just a tag. Now, typically we could just take and you know, rip this price tag off. But for this purpose, I'm going to show you what I do. So first thing I do with Control and the plus button on my keypad, I'm going to enlarge it. And I usually do that 2 or 3 times just to make it big. Then I come over here, and this is the eraser tool. And if you click on that, the brush with the eraser tool is adjusted here. I like 20. 20 seems to be very easy to use. And you just come over here, and I click my mouse, and I hold my mouse button down, and I'm just free forming that. Then I lift it up. Now here's the trick. You take this little color picker. See how when I put my mouse over it says color picker, or the shortcut key is H?
Yeah.
You click on that, and then what you do is you just click on a color that's next to this blank square, and that matches that color. Then you pick up your paint can, and you fill that in. And you can obviously see the outline here, but when I zoom back out, and I list it in eBay, you are not going to see that. So let me show you how quick and easy. Then I would just save that. So here's another one that I got. This is another. This is an item from Target, but I'll show you what else I do. Is I am going to increase. I'm going to close that out, but do the same thing for here. But on this one, I don't necessarily want everybody looking at my listing to know that I got it at Target. So I'm going to
Smart.
do that, and I'm going to take that out.
Cynthia Boris says that's magical. I agree.
It does look magical. Even I could handle that.
And then I'm going to go up here and take out my $5 because I think I've listed these for $24.99 on eBay. Then I pick my color picker. Now, here's the key. Because of shadowing and everything, you got to color pick this one and then fill it in. Then color pick this one, then fill it in because it might not. See how that black is right there? I'm not going to care about that. And then I might color pick, I might not. Then you go and reduce it out. Yeah, see, I don't like that black up there. So I'm going to go in and erase that black piece right here. And then I'm going to fill it back up. And now, you can't tell. That's quick and easy.
That works.
Yeah, it works. And then
it's better than mine. I usually use a Sharpie. So, I mean, that looks better.
So then like this one, you can do, sometimes I'll just do the, this is on an angle, but sometimes I'll just draw it like this with the box, cut it out. It's much faster. Same thing, picker, that, paint, boom, reduce out. Nobody, oops, Control Z. Nobody can tell that there was a price there.
Wow.
So that's quick and easy. I've been meaning to show that in my meetup group, but I can't get my projector to work. So now I'm going to just link to this video and tell them where it's at. So thank you, Katie.
Very good.
Yeah, very quick too. I like that.
And when you're listing, it doesn't, I mean, you can't tell, and it's just fast, quick, and easy. And then what I do when I ship them, I just clip the price tag off as I ship. So let me go back and.
Yeah, Stacy at Right Brain Boutique says she just uses a Sharpie to cover the price, and that's good too. I think it's just a matter of.
I guess on some items for the photographs, that'd be better than showing the Sharpie for sure. So right. I might try that now.
Yeah,
I'm all about the Sharpie too, but that looks much nicer.
Yeah, I mean, either or. It's just something easy to do. Am I back on the normal group?
You are, and I'm trying to let's see if I know what I'm doing here. I'm trying to get us off of the.
I'm presenting.
To go back to the auto thing, but I'm terrible at this, you guys. Anyway, so some people, like I use Photoshop. I also use, there's a free program online. It's the Pixlr editor. But those are a little bit more complicated for people who like actually know how to do editing. So this is really more like a tip for anybody who doesn't know anything about computers or anything like that. And you just need a really simple tool to be able to do something like that. And I think the idea is just basically make it look like it hasn't been altered as far as just the price. It's just a price. You're not changing what the product is or anything like that. So it's not a big deal. It's just hopefully to make it a little more desirable.
Yeah, so it's a quick and easy free option. So why not?
Yeah, right. I like it.
Okay, cool so let's see. So what's your tip, Victoria? What do you got? You got something for us?
Yeah, so I'm one of those people. I've been selling on eBay. For those of you that don't know, I've been selling on eBay for probably over 15 years at this point, but full-time for almost 9 years. So I would say that I know the process pretty well. But but it changes all the time. So we have to change with it. So I've always been a big proponent of the list it and forget it method. Throw something up in auction, put it good till canceled, and just let it sit there. And, you know, if it's there for a year, 2 years, 3 years, it doesn't really matter if I've got enough profit margin in there. It doesn't cost me a lot to keep it listed in the store, that kind of thing. I just list it and leave it there. And I've always done that. And rarely do I have anything that ends up being over a year old, but sometimes I have, you know, somewhere around 10% of my stock or so ends up being a year old or 18 months old. So what I've been doing, and I have to thank Lorna for this because I know a lot of people do it, but Lorna kind of drilled it into my head, is I've been ending those old listings and I've been changing out all of my listings from good till canceled till 30 days. I've been listing them and hitting, you know, ending the listing, then relisting them using sell similar, going in and tweaking, you know, pricing or title and changing things around here and there. In some cases, filling in product details that wouldn't have been there because the detail drop down wasn't there when I first listed, you know, the item a year ago or longer. So as I've been doing that, I've been doing that for about 45 days now. And I have to say, yes, it takes me a little bit longer. It'll give me, you know, it takes me about 30 minutes every day because I do have a lot of listings. I have about 2,100 listings. So that means I have things ending in the neighborhood of 50 to 100 items a day. So I'm going through and relisting them as sell similar and tweaking them. That's going to take me about a half an hour every day. But what I can say in the last 45 to 60 days is that 30% of my sales have been stale items over a year old that I have listed as sell similar, that have been sitting there for a year through several different cycles of sales, whether it's 10% off or even up to 40 and 50% off in some cases, and have not sold. So they're selling now, and a lot of them I'm increasing the price on, changing it up to free shipping if it wasn't there before, making tweaks and changes here, and I've sold a lot of these things for more than I would have had they been on one of my deeper discounted sales. So, you know, thanks Lorna for talking me into it. It's really made a difference, and I'm going to stick with it. I can really see the difference in my sales.
Well, and I've actually been doing the same. I haven't been doing as hardcore as she has. And I am a little bit different in my philosophy. Like, again, I was the whole list it, forget it, let it sit there. And stuff does sell eventually, but it does get pushed down the search. And so after it's been there long enough, it's not going to be as easy for people to find. And so while she's switching over to doing 30 days and then relisting it every 30 days, I am going and I'm taking, you know, I'm ending my oldest listings. You know, I might do like 5 each day or 10, or sometimes I get really into it and I do like 20 of them in the morning. But I end like, let's say 5 listings and I go sell similar. And you know, it's crazy because you really see how you change your listing style over time, because it's like almost every single one. It's like I'm making little changes to the title. I'm realizing like, oh, I totally should have used these keywords, or I'm like, I can't believe like which picture I use for my main picture. I'm changing the price a little bit. So doing all these little things. And then I'm going back to still doing good till canceled, but I don't really want anything to be on there for probably more than about 3 or 4 months is probably what I'm going to be doing. So I'm still doing good till canceled, but I've definitely sold some stuff, and pretty quickly, like once I list it.
Within a couple of days.
Yeah, within a couple of days, because it's like, there was like this really cool jacket that was like this, it was like some club for fans of Ford trucks from the 50s or something like that. And for some reason I completely missed like the best keywords for it, and I wasn't really showing the graphic very well on the back of the jacket. And I didn't even need to take new pictures. It was literally just using a different picture as my main photo and different keywords. And I raised the price and ended up selling it within less than a week. So it worked out really well. And I think you're doing a similar thing, aren't you, Theresa? Doing some changes with your listings?
Yeah, it's funny because I reached out to Lorna too, like, okay, what do I do? Is it better to do sell similar, or is it better to relist? And so, yeah, she told me to do sell similar. So I'm in the process of revamping my big store. And I mean, I had some listings in there that I won't even tell you how old they were. So a lot of them I just ended, and I'm like not relisting because I have a store with 10,000 available listings that I'm paying for anyway. For the most part, right now, I'm just ending and relisting because I know it'll get me some more eyes on the listings. But I'm definitely moving forward. I'm definitely not gonna, be doing all that stuff. But, I listed probably a little over a year ago, 400 ties. I didn't do it. One of my minions listed 400 ties for me. And actually it was a year ago. It was over spring break. And I just had them, I didn't care. I just had them put them up at $24.99. And I sell one here, sell one there. But I started ending those and relisting those, and I sold 2 ties in the I started doing that last Friday, so 2 ties in less than a week. So I hadn't sold a tie before that in forever. So I think that it does make a difference. It is,
It does. Yeah, and I'm the Violent Lemon has said, you've been selling on eBay for a while if you have multiple background colors. Oh, girl, multiple background colors, multiple mannequins. I have some of my older listings are so bad and the photos are so out of focus. I know I need to take them down and like retake photos, but I just don't have the time to do that when I've got so much new stuff. So I'm just letting it go and just know that my newer stuff or anything in the last year is much better than it used to be. We learn. We learn and change as we get better. And cameras have gotten better. I'm sorry. Even in 3 years, my camera on my phone is a million times better than the $800 DSR camera I was using.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Photos. What were you saying? Photos are better. I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
Mannequins, the backgrounds, everything.
Yeah. I know when I'm revamping my listings, I did my whole mobile thing via the HTML about a year ago. And for whatever reason, I keep getting these messages. I have so many that aren't updated. So I've been doing that one by one as I'm relisting my items. I'm checking that, and that can be a little time consuming, but what I'll do is I open 10 windows, and then I have to, I'm also removing, I have a link in all my listings that say for more ties.
Me too.
I'm taking all that out. It's like, I don't need.
I actually have some old listings that still have my templates from Seller Sourcebook. So I'm still paying for a very small account on Seller Sourcebook where some of my things are hosted, but all of my photos have now been hosted on eBay for a while. So I probably have a handful of listings, maybe 100 or 200, but I don't know which is which. So as I'm doing this, I've been going in and just copying and pasting all of my descriptions and then going into the HTML and deleting the entire template and then putting back the description under the main area. So eventually I will get to the point where all of my listings are not using those old crappy templates anymore. So,
it's what it is. Christy Ann, I hope I'm saying your name right. You got an E on the end there. She says that the mobile-friendly checkbox is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's wonky.
You know what? For whatever reason, I don't really trust to push a button that is supposedly checking the mobile friendliness. So I actually put in the HTML code to each of my listings that makes it mobile friendly. What's that, Theresa?
That's a good point. I just had to ask somebody else what that code was. So maybe put it in the description here so that people can just go in and type the code at the end of the listing in the HTML.
Okay. Yeah, I'll actually show you really quick because when I'm doing a listing, oops, that's not what I wanted. When I'm doing a listing, it doesn't take like a super long amount of time, but basically I always have this this page open that has the code right at the top of it. And so when I go in to list something, let's see.
I can't see. Oh, wait. Oh.
Well, I'm going to my eBay here real quick. I'm going to pretend like I'm listing something.
I got it.
And so let's say I'm going to do, I'll just open one of my own, but instead of doing it, I'll just do like a sell now, like I'm looking at somebody else's listing. So usually what I'll do is I copy my title, put it in my description. And then what I'll do is I will go over to, where is it? Right there. I will copy and paste this. So I copy that. I go over here, click on the HTML, stick it in the front. Bam. Done. Now I know it's like it takes a couple of steps.
Click the mobile friendly thing and see what happens. Oh, you know what? This hasn't been working the last couple of days. So
I know it's been taking forever. It's been spinning, and you've got to close it and start it again and try it again.
Yeah, I don't know. I never do it.
Again, more eBay people, if you're watching this. Ugh.
Yeah,
I think they know,
but it definitely makes it mobile friendly. And I trust it. I would rather put the HTML in myself and know that it's done than trust that it's just going to magically happen behind the scenes. But that's just me. All right, so I'm gonna pop back out of this. Hey guys.
Oh, Oh my God. Okay, I'm suffocating.
Yeah, and you can do the HTML code in bulk edit, which I did.
Excuse me, suffocating.
I did it in bulk edit, Big Drift when I first did it. So I did it to add it to everyone. But now when I make new listings, I go ahead and add it myself every time. I mean, really, it's just one added like half a second step. So I don't mind doing it, and it makes me feel better. Anyway, okay, so now we are going to there you go. Now we're going to do a couple more prizes, guys. All right, let's do my eBay video slots cup. So I'm going to go back, share my screen again, and go over here. Random number generator. You guys ready? You ready? We're going to get this cup going.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, number 8. Man, all the numbers are going at the bottom of or the top of the list here. Okay, let's see who number 8 is. Number 8 is Arani S. I don't know if it's Arani, but that's Arani S is on YouTube, but it's Arani Sun soon. I know that they're watching right now, so yay! You win a cup. Hooray! All right, and then we're gonna do the other prize, the eBay auction game. eBay auction game, almost vintage from 2001. Let's do our random number generator. Generate 89, number 89. Let's see who number 89 is. Who's going to win this game? Scroll on down. Scroll on down. Lori Isvik. Lori Isvik, you have won an awesome eBay auction game. All right, so I'm going to pop us out of here real quick. We'll do some more here in a little bit. But congratulations, you guys. Rhonda Kelly wants to know if you're having hot flashes.
Not quite yet. I'm not quite that old, but listen, it's 85 upstairs, and it's
a little warm.
I'm wearing a fleece onesie. It's a little warm.
Yeah, it's a little bit warm.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, you stole my paper again.
I didn't.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, guys.
It's right there.
No, that's not my paper. All right, hand it to me. Hand it to me. It's right here. All right, so.
Okay.
Now we're going to go into, I asked earlier today in the thread if anybody had some questions that you wanted us to talk about, any like topics that you wanted us to go over. And so I got a few suggestions. And so starting out, Debbie Porter, I don't know if Debbie is watching us right now, but Debbie Porter said that she wanted to know how people keep their difficult to list / death piles down. She has a problem with putting things aside and forgetting them when she finds a cool but unusual item that stumps her. So I don't know, Vicki, what do you have to say about death piles or difficult to list things?
Well,
oh, and Debbie is here. Yay!
I don't really have death piles. So I'm probably one of those people that don't have a really good answer for that. Here's what I try to do. I try to be really disciplined. So what I mean by that is every single thing that I bring into the house to sell, I keep in my office. And because I keep it in my office, and I like my office to be nice and neat because I'm a little bit of a neat freak, happen to be with somebody who's a slob. No. Anyway, I'm a little bit of a neat freak, so I try to bring everything into my office, and by keeping it in my office, it is in my face every single day. So it annoys the crap out of me until it's listed. I will not put anything away until it's listed. It doesn't leave my office until it's listed, and that means that I try to go basically in the order of what I bring things into the house in. I rarely, if ever, have anything in the house that has been there for more than 2 weeks that is unlisted. The only time I do is when for some reason, usually when I go on a sourcing trip and I'm gone for 2 or 3 days and I come back with like a buttload of stuff and a whole truck full of stuff, it's going to take me more than 2 weeks to list sometimes. But for the most part, like right now, everything that I've purchased up through last Saturday, which was the last day that I went sourcing, has been photographed, and I have about another 30 to 40 items to list, which I'll finish up this weekend. So I'm pretty. You
see that?
I heard that. I heard that. So I'm pretty. I'm pretty well disciplined there, because if you bring it out and you put it in a box, or you put it in a bag, or you stuff it in a bin and you put it under a desk to hide it, you're gonna forget about it.
Yeah. Theresa, do you have any issues with death piles?
My whole garage is a death pile.
I don't know. Look behind her.
I've got it. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I'm sorting and organizing, but I've got a whole garage full because I'm not sourcing, but I am, I'm working on it. So.
But you're always doing stuff. You're always like, you haven't been working on eBay much over the last year, but you've been sending stuff into Amazon. So It's not so much that you just have so much stuff.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. And, you know, I work really well late at night, and because the Airbnb, I can't be in the office at night. So it's been an adjustment for me, but this is my quote unquote, this is my office, but it's a disaster, but it's so much better than it was even 3 months ago. So it'll get there, and I don't freak out about it. I mean, it'll get there. On Saturday, I'll be like, oh, let me empty out a few of these boxes. All these boxes in here are from my office. And in my office, in my Club Red house, I had all built-ins. It was a fabulous office. I miss my office more than my pool. Well, I miss my office and my pool equally. But so I have all this stuff, and I just need to go through it. It's not important, but I don't want to just dump the boxes. So, and it's not a priority because I'd rather be listing. So that's what those moving boxes are, just junk that I need to go through.
I mean, and a few people that are in the chat here have been to my house, and they've seen, like, you know, I'm not BSing. It's, you know, Theresa's been to the house, Lorna's been to the house. I don't know who else that's in the chat may have been here, but that's kind of, it's true.
Well, and honestly, like, I'm similar. It's not because I don't want to be messy or anything like that, because apparently I'm a slob. But I'm more about, like,
slob was a harsh word. She's a little bit messy.
I'm cluttery, guys. I'm not dirty. I'm cluttery.
Messy.
Because I got stuff to do. Anyway, but I don't really have death piles. I never really have anything that I couldn't bust out in like a week, because both of us just get anxiety when stuff's sitting around. Like, I want to be selling. I want stuff selling. And I know that stuff isn't going to sell if it's not listed. Right. So I love to source, but I have to have a balance, and I need to be listing things. And if I have a day where I can't list at all, I don't like it. It's like, I want to get stuff done. I want stuff listed.
I want stuff selling. I want my money working for me.
Yeah.
Back.
I will say that when I first started doing eBay, I was doing everything. I was doing mostly hard goods, and I slowly started getting into clothes. And what I've found is that for me, if I don't enjoy listing it, if I don't enjoy taking pictures and measurements and then listing it, I'm going to set it aside and not going to want to do it. And so I shifted over to doing all, and then I gradually stopped doing shorts, gradually stopped doing pants, because I hate taking pictures of them. I hate doing the measurements. I hate doing the listings. And those are the things that I don't necessarily have death piles, but I'll set them aside and I'll be like, I'll do those later. I'll do those later. I'll do those later. And I hate that. And so I really have, I'm lucky that there's enough other stuff that I can source, like jackets and t-shirts. And like, I don't do button downs. I don't do like, for the most part, unless I find something amazing, I hate doing button downs. So it's like t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, and I'm able to just stick to that stuff because there's plenty of it to do. And then every once in a while I will have something that I keep setting aside, and then I'm like, hey Vicki, you want this thing to sell? Like, I
get stuff like at least once a week that she'll be like, yeah, this hasn't been listed and I bought it and you want it. I'm like, yes, I do.
Yeah.
And I list it and sell it. So
I don't do it a ton so much anymore, because I've given her most of the stuff that I don't want to do anymore. But like, I had this vintage, I think it was a Nike
80s ski suit.
It was 90s, but it's definitely vintage. What's the ACG or whatever?
Yeah, super super high end Nike.
Super high end
snowboard ski suit.
Snowboard ski suit, pants and jacket. I think I got for 50% off day at Salvation Army. It was $50, so I paid $25 for it. It's definitely gonna sell for over $100. And it's been sitting there forever because it's such a pain in the ass to like deal with like a whole suit, and I don't want to do pants. I don't want to do it, guys.
I know.
So I have the luxury of being like, you know what? I don't do pants anymore. I just don't. Who wants to do pants? I don't want to wear pants. I don't want to do pants. Okay. I just want to run around in my underwear and sell what I want.
Please don't stand up.
I know, right? Stay seated.
So I'm really lucky that I can just give it to Vicki, because if it sells, she'll sell it. She doesn't care. I care because I know that the only way to keep myself motivated is to be excited about the stuff I'm selling, which is why I focus more on doing, making my average sale price go up rather than doing volume. Because the idea of like doing 40, 50 listings a day and like having to ship 20 items a day and 30, 40 items a day, like that, like does not sound fun to me. It sounds like a grind. Some people like that kind of way of doing things. I don't. I want to be into it. I want to think the stuff I'm selling is cool. I want to be excited about it. I want to be happy to like put it out there for people to buy. So I guess that's my really, really, really long answer of how I avoid death piles. So I don't know.
When we were moving her here from Oregon, went to her house, and Lorna can attest to this because I know Lorna took some stuff from her piles. She threw away so much stuff that was saleable. It was disgusting. She gave away and threw away so much because she didn't want to move it. And I happened to get there at the tail end, the last day of the moving day, to help load up the truck and drive here. And I still took garbage bags full of stuff that I have listed and sold that she was going to throw away, that I rescued from the throwaway pile. And I'm not talking $5 items either. So
that wasn't all. I mean, I made stuff available for people to take. But the thing is, when you get to a certain point and you're trying to move, at a certain point, you have to just get rid of it. Like, you just have to. You have to like weigh what your options are and decide, okay, do I have, I mean, I was working on getting ready to move for a couple of months. It was overwhelming. It was an entire household full of stuff, like an entire household full of stuff. And guys, I pretty much got rid of everything in my house, almost everything I owned, except for my clothes and my inventory. Like, that was mostly all. I didn't bring any furniture. Like, I didn't bring anything, any kitchen stuff. I got rid of everything. And I donated a lot of it. I did donate a lot of stuff to Goodwill. But when it got down to like the last couple of days, it's like, I'm not going to do a garage sale. I had to get rid of stuff. I had to purge. So, I don't know. It worked out well for you guys.
So if it doesn't work out with us, she's going to be homeless and have about her inventory to live in and with.
At least I have like hundreds of jackets. I can wear them. I can like sleep on them. I mean, you just kind of like push them together and that's like a bed, and then scrunch one up. You got a pillow. I mean, come on.
You can take your black and yellow bins and make a little house fort out of it.
See, should be fine. Should be fine.
It's true.
Set.
It's true. All right.
Let's, and Dorothy just popped in. Dorothy, you won a prize earlier.
Yeah, you haven't missed the whole show. You're still here. We're still here.
Dorothy, you won a roll of 3-inch eBay tape coming at you from Theresa.
All right, so let's go ahead and do a couple more prizes. The show's probably gonna go a little over an hour, but I'm hoping that you guys are okay with that. We won't go too far over, but let's do a couple more. What do you got? You got both rolls of tape, or you got roll of tape and your postcards?
In my postcards, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my screen share, and all right, we got our list. Let's do our random number generator.
What is she giving away?
Okay, let's do a roll of tape. We're gonna do the last roll of tape first. So I'm gonna generate a number here, and 83. Who was at 83? We got Lori Rickson. All right, Lori Rickson. Lori Rickson, is that the one that's in? She's like in like South Australia. Am I crazy? Am I making that up?
I'm not sure.
There's somebody that I think is South Australia. Anyway, Lori Rickson.
Okay, Lori Rickson. I don't want to wear. Oh, Lori Rickson's in the chat. Lori, you just won.
Lori Rickson, you just won some tape.
Woo woo.
Oh, Lori Rickson said, I don't want to wear pants. I don't want to do pants. Katie's quote of the night. Yep, that's indeed.
Pretty much.
That is true. All right, so now we're going to do the postcards. So one more random number generator. And bam, 143. Who's 143?
All the way down at the bottom. Scroll, scroll, scroll.
It is Triple B Farm. Triple B Farm. That is a YouTube user. So I don't know Triple B Farm's name. I don't know if Triple B Farm is in Boss, but they probably are. So Triple B Farm, you won. How many postcards did they win?
25.
25 postcards. They're eBay postcards. So for everybody who wins, go ahead and contact me. Contact me and let me know where we need to send this stuff to, because we want to make sure that or no, maybe it's Linda Painter is the one that, I don't know. I'm crazy. I'm going crazy here. All right, so I'm gonna get out of the screen share and we'll do more prizes here in just a few minutes. Stop that. Okay, so let's go to the next question that somebody had that they wanted to ask us about. Savannah Schuster wants to know about getting inventory from places other than thrift stores to resell. She says she's always looking for ways to, quote, buy time by finding inventory in a more efficient way. Well, you know, Christine was telling us in yesterday's show about her awesome, the way that she gets inventory by doing fundraisers with local kids. Was it the Boy Scouts or whatever group that was. So you should go back and watch that show because that's like a really genius idea, like way of getting a whole bunch of stuff. But she was wondering about like customer return lots. I don't know. Is that anything you've ever done, Theresa? Are you into doing the customer return lots?
No, I haven't done that, but you know, I do some retail arbitrage for eBay. And so I had somebody over here today that I was teaching how to list, and I was telling her that I didn't do anything after Easter this year, but I'll go to, and my favorite is Walmart and Target, and I'll go to there after the holiday sale. And Walmart had a tube of like 12 Easter eggs, and they were camouflage and they were polka dot and whatever. Walmart was selling them for 98 cents. I got them for 25 cents, and I sold them for $12.99 all day long.
And how many did you buy?
I don't know. I didn't buy any this year, but this is the first year I didn't, because again, I'm not buying anything to source. But there's a thing for you. And then there's a box of 244 Easter eggs that I think they were selling for $20, and I got them for $5, and I was selling them for $49.99. And I sold a bunch of those on Amazon last year. So the problem with buying things now to sell for the holidays is, you know, Amazon is very seasonal. And so you don't sell a lot of things out of season on Amazon, but you do on eBay. So I definitely hit, some years I do the summer, all the summer toys and pool toys, because they're huge in Arizona. I'll do those at Target after Labor Day and Walmart. And then I do Halloween. Halloween's always big. And then Christmas. And even Halloween and Christmas last year, I didn't do a whole lot. Christmas, I spent $500 on January 1st this year, and I wasn't going to do that. And that was a small haul for me. I mean, I started out at 5:30 in the morning. I was home by 11. I'm like, I'm so done with this. And I spent $500. But somewhere in my office, I have a note. I think I probably got $4,800 worth of stuff if I sell it all. So 500 to almost 5,000. I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. I know for me, you know, I do some retail arbitrage and stuff like that, but I definitely, like, as I've been doing this and growing my business, I've looked for like other ways to more quickly get the kind of inventory that I want, especially because I'm looking for specific things. Like I want like vintage streetwear and like really good quality brands. And so one of the things that I did this I think I did it like in the fall. I'm like a member of like some different streetwear Facebook groups. There's like a bunch of them out there that do like a lot of younger guys and stuff who go out and thrift like streetwear and like vintage stuff like Nike and, you know, Tommy Hilfiger and Nautica and, you know, Polo Sport, all that stuff that's like really popular right now, again, like from the 90s and stuff. And a lot of them, you know, thrift it just for themselves. Some of them do it to trade, some of them do it to sell. And so what I actually did is I went to a few of those groups and I posted and I basically said, hey, I'm looking for wholesale lots of clothing. I have, you know, I'm looking to spend a few $100. Show me what you got. And so I ended up, I think I bought from like 4 or 5, maybe 6 different guys. And I would say overall, I definitely made money that way. And I got some really cool items. The one downside of it is the quality control. There were a couple, like nobody sent me terrible stuff. Like I got to see pictures of all the pieces. So I knew what I was getting, but there were like a few items that the condition wasn't quite as good as they had said it was. So, you know, I wouldn't keep doing it a lot. I did it also. I bought like 500 hats from this guy on Facebook, and he was selling them for $1 each. They're supposed to be like, you know, vintage, you know, dead stock, new with tags hats. Paid my $500. He sent them to me, and a lot of them, the stitching, like the embroidery, was kind of eh. And then I realized I really hate hats, probably about as much as I hate pants. So now it's like I've sold some of them.
Now they're a death pile because there's hundreds.
They are sort of death. Well, they're sort of a death pile, but I'm not going to sell. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to do some garage sales or a garage sale sometime soon. If I can just break even, I'll be happy. I'll have to like post some stuff about it, and hopefully somebody will come and want to pay $1 each to get them off my hands.
You should see if Jerry wants them. Jerry loves hats.
Jerry. Oh, Jerry. Yeah.
Pendleton.
Yep. But anyway. But I don't know. I didn't think they were that great of a deal for me. But I'd rather sell them to somebody who can see them firsthand because they were just kind of like they were mediocre. What's that, Theresa?
I did that. There's a Facebook group for wholesale and liquidators, and so I was looking in that group, and somebody had a bunch of Nike flip-flops that I don't know what the kind they are, but well, it's that tag that I showed them there, whatever these the Ultra Comfort thong things. And so he was selling, he had a lot of 13. I think I paid less than $200 for them. They averaged about $11 a piece. If I find them at Ross or any of those places, they're $14.99. So I did that, and I sent them into Amazon, and boom, it's $49.99 a piece. So I don't do that a whole lot, but I knew that I liked these Nike flip-flops, and so I did it. And it's no big deal. I mean, people, you send them money, they send you the product. I mean, everybody that's in these groups, we do this for a living. You just have to faith or fear. You know, there's more good people in the world than there are bad. So, you know, you just got to trust that they're going to send the item to you.
And use PayPal, protect yourself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When I did it with the Facebook groups, I did them all. They had to send me an invoice, and I paid them. It was fine. And Savannah says that she sells a lot of vintage streetwear as well. In a dream world, you could buy lots of vintage Tommy and Polo Sport. You know, seriously, I got some really cool stuff. I definitely did. And maybe I'll do it again someday. The other thing that I've done and I'm still working on is, you know, depending on where you live, you can start to build relationships with, there might be some wholesalers. Like in California, I know there's a lot of wholesale companies and people who just do wholesale and will sell you stuff pretty cheaply. There is a swap meet kind of flea market place here called Broadacres. It's open on the weekends. And there's one particular guy there who has like a really big booth there. I wouldn't even I'd almost call it like
it's got a little shack.
It's pretty big.
Shed.
It's huge. He's got tons of stuff.
Like a semi-permanent shed.
And it's all the kind of stuff that I would want to sell. He's got tons of sports jackets, tons of jerseys, tons of like motorcycle jackets, tons of racing jackets, like all the kind of stuff that's like just stuff that I would love to find in the thrift store. Now, of course, he's selling it for a higher amount. But when I was there, once I started talking to him about some different pieces, he realized that I was a reseller. And he actually was, the second he realized I was a reseller, he's changed what he was quoting his prices at. And he was giving me much lower prices because for him, he's there every weekend. He knows resellers, and he knows that if he finds a reseller who's going to buy from him regularly, that's like money that's going to keep coming in. So I need to go back there and talk to some more, like with somebody like him, I could come in and say, listen, I've got $500. What kind of deal can we come up with? What can you give me? Because I'm sure he has tons of inventory that he'd like to turn over. And so building relationships like that, where you have like, even though they're one-off items as opposed to replenishables, it's almost like you're turning your one-offs into replenishables because you're creating a source of relationship that you can keep going back to consistently for good products. So I don't know. I hope that kind of answered your question a little bit, Savannah, or helped. I personally don't like the stuff like the return lots. Because like I'm very specific about the stuff that I want and the stuff I want to sell. And so, but there's other people out there who it's like they want to buy a pallet full of returns.
I've done it. I've done a couple of pallets in the past years ago before it was everybody's game and everybody could do it. I've done a couple of pallet return lots, and I will tell you that I spent more time selling stuff for parts and pieces because a lot of it was for customer returns of broken crap. So I mean, I definitely made money, but not as much as if it had been a good stuff. I mean, a couple of times I've done it, and it hasn't been in a few years because it just wasn't worth the money for me. It wasn't worth a return on investment.
I bought a lot of Maybelline and L'Oreal makeup at ASD last March, and you know, I'm like, okay, it was about, I don't know, I spent about $750. I'm like, oh, this is small, this will be great, blah, blah, blah. I absolutely hate listing it. Hate it with a passion. So I've been trying to sell that lot like for ridiculously reduced amounts for a year. And I think I'm just going to have to buckle down and list it, and because it'll sell. I mean, it'll sell for great. I mean, I averaged about, I paid, I don't know, like maybe $2.20 a piece for it. And the stuff sells for $12, $14. So there's definitely profit there. It's just not, makeup. Yeah. What was I thinking?
Yeah. Well, and like Lynn says in the chat, she says hats are so easy though. And I'm like, yeah, I get that they're easy, but because I hate doing it, I hate photographing them and I hate listing them and I hate everything about it, I don't have fun doing it. And so it's another one of those things where it's like, I just don't want to do it. And I don't ever want to dread any part of my job. Like You know, I can dread taxes, but I don't want to have to dread like the actual process of doing my job because I love what I do. And so I want to keep doing the stuff that I love. And, you know, another thing is like when I went to ASD Market Week a few weeks ago, I was able to build a relationship with a wholesaler there. That's where I bought all those jerseys. And I've already sold, now I've sold like 10 of them and I bought like 44. So now I can actually go to them and buy more. So that's one source that I have now for buying product.
Have you made your money back yet?
Have I made my money back yet?
Yeah,
I should be pretty
10,
close. I've sold about 10, so
about
I should
25% of them. Yeah, you're close.
I should be right around breaking even at this point. So
I bought a lot of Tommy Hilfiger stuff from an Amazon seller, and he was gated in Tommy Hilfiger and he couldn't do it. So he had $3,600 worth of stuff. I bought it from him for 50 cents on the dollar, so $1,800. And we did a little other bartering where I bought some gift cards for him, and so like I get $90, I get $100 worth of gift cards for $90. So he got an extra 10% because I was just charging him the $90 for those. And we worked back and forth, and I traded in for something that I couldn't sell. Anyway, we bartered hard on that deal. He had already prepped everything, and he sent it into Amazon, and I was tracking it, and within less than 3 months, maybe it was like 8, maybe 9 or 10 weeks, I had made back my money, and I'm almost sold out of the stuff, but I have at least quadrupled that $1,800 investment easily. So if you wanted, so the question was, how do you find other sources for a thing? Networking all around. I mean, I was in this guy's paid group. Networking, you go to, you meet people at eBay Open, you go to other conferences, networking. Somebody in my meetup group came over today I was selling some boxes that I had to get them out of my garage, and we talked about a couple of different possibilities, and he gave me a couple of leads on thing. I'm trying to think of what it was that he told me. I'm not going to tell you what the big thing is that he sells, but yeah, so, you know, it's just talking to people and having connections.
well, speaking of, Stacy at Right Brain Boutique says that if the makeup isn't expired, she might be interested in buying it as a lot with flat rate shipping because she loves makeup, not to sell it. So
Oh
that
my
might
God.
be a possibility. So,
Okay.
so yeah, Stacy, get in touch with Theresa and see if you guys can maybe work something out. All right, let's go ahead and do these last two prizes.
And then we have 2 more questions.
Yeah, we have 2 more questions.
Not keep you guys here too late.
Yeah, so I'm going to do these 2 prizes, the 2 packaging shipping kits that come with a variety of things, including awesome tissue paper.
Hang on one second, because we are at 38 thumbs up. We need 12 more for you to post that picture. I know we can get there.
Oh, so we got 52 people watching, so
here's my little push for you guys to do the
Give a little thumbs up, you lurkers.
Okay, go ahead.
You want to see a picture that that Victoria is very embarrassed of? Yeah, give it a thumbs up. All right, let's do. Okay, I'm going to pick out. We'll do the screen share again. Bumpity boopity ba. I don't know what I just said. Random number generator. Here we go. Bam. Wait, did I do anything? No.
No, it's the 143 last.
Bam. 145.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, I think I'm going to have to pick another one because I think this might be Victoria. It is. Sorry.
Fine.
I'm not going to have you win the stuff that's in our house. Here we go. 80.
80.
80 is Christine.
Christine.
Yay, Christine Bonanno. Woo, 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 woo. You're going to get a little shipping kit.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, one more and generate. 38. What is 38? Debbie Porter. Hey, Debbie Porter, you won a prize.
Debbie's in the chat.
Yay. All right, I'm going to pop out of this screen share. Awesome. I know Debbie Porter, unless she left, she won something.
Christine got it. Yay.
All right, cool. Real quick, Lorna, are you still out there? Will you give me a woot woot if you're still there? If Debbie Porter's got a woot woot.
Oh, there's Debbie Porter.
All right, so so we have 2 more questions. These should be relatively quick because the first one was Dorothy Reinhardt, who did win a prize earlier. I think she won a roll of tape. She was asking about enrolling in free returns. So free returns, it's not a matter of enrolling. It's actually just changing your return policy. I can actually show you how to do it right now. So let's go back to sharing my screen. I'll do this real quick. And okay, so we're going to go back to eBay. Bam, bam, bam. Let me go over here. So basically it's under listings. So if you go, no, wait, I don't think, is that where? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if you go to your listings page under Seller Hub, and you actually go down here where it says business policies, you click on that. Here's where you're going to see your return policy. So I have mine set to free returns right now, returns accepted, 30 days, money back, whatever. Anyway, so if you just go here and you click on edit, this is where you can change it. And this is the drop down. You can do returns accepted, no returns accepted. You can do how many days you want. 14 days is going to be going away soon. It's just going to be 30 and 60. The refund will be given as money back, or you can choose something else. Return shipping will be paid by I choose seller, which that is what free returns are. And do you want to recharge a restocking fee? No, that's going to be going away as well. So basically that's how you set up your free returns. You title it whatever you want. I have mine titled, guess what? Free returns. And so then you do that and it applies to all of your listings. So it's super easy. I will say, let me pop off of this screen share real quick. I will say, so free returns are going to be required as of June 1st in order for you to be top rated seller plus and to get your 10% discount on your final value fees and also to have your badge. So here's the thing. If you do free returns right now, technically they have not set up the thing where in the future it's going to be you can choose free returns domestically, buyer pays for returns internationally. Right now, if you have free returns and somebody wants to return something internationally, you will have to pay for it. Personally, I'm willing to risk that for the next month or two in order to have free returns and have a little edge on everybody else. So it doesn't bother me, but if you're concerned about that, go ahead and wait till June 1st because I believe they're going to have that the option to be able to
ironed out by that.
Yeah, they're going to have it so that you could have paid returns for international and free returns for domestic. So if you want to wait till then, but that's how you do it. And just one more thing, if you're still freaking out about the free returns, if you're still worried about it, you think everything's going to go crazy. First of all, I just looked at my return rate, and in the last month, my returns went from 2.5% to 1.99%. Now, I've been doing free returns for a little over a month. I don't think that they caused my return rate to drop. However, they certainly didn't make my returns skyrocket. Right. It's too soon to tell what's going to happen. I anticipate my returns will go up a little bit, most likely overall, but I also anticipate that my sales are going to go up more than my returns go up, and it's going to turn out to be better for me in the long run. So if you're somebody who's worried about it, here's what I propose that you do. Victoria has been talking in some of the threads out there, talking about how you should really be looking at what your actual final value fee discount is, your 10%, like on average over, like, let's say the last few months. Look at what you actually get for that 10%. Maybe it depends on how much you sell. Is it $30? Is it $50? Is it $100? I don't know. Look at what that number is. Now, just do free returns for the first month. 1 month, do free returns. Let's say you normally get $40 as that 10% discount. Do free returns. If you end up having so many returns that you spend more than $40 in your first month and you don't want to do it anymore, switch back over to paid returns. So it's just an easy way to test it. You lose nothing because at least during that time, you're still going to have your 10% discount. Mm-hmm. And just see if it's true that like suddenly all of a sudden you're going to have all these crazy returns and suddenly you're going to be spending all this money on return shipping. Because let me tell you, I've been doing free returns for over a month. I'm not seeing it. It's not happening. I do 100% clothing. I just haven't seen any
I've had
crazy
some returns,
increase.
but nothing, not much of an increase. And because I signed up right away, I was part of that little promo that eBay gave that said, in the meantime, if you sign up in this early stage, if somebody chooses to return something for buyer's remorse, be it they don't like the color, they change their mind, whatever it may be, they're going to cover the return shipping fee. And I will say that happened to me today. I got a return back in the mail today, and my buyer had put down that they changed their mind. And when I went to issue the refund to the customer, I thought I was going to have to pay the return shipping, and I did pay it, but I immediately got an email from eBay that they credited it and a credit in my PayPal account.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
So I meant to take a screenshot of that. I apologize, I did not, but I was not even counting on it. I had forgotten that I did that, and I was like, oh, maybe it'll show up on my invoice. I wasn't really thinking about how I was going to collect on it if it happened, but it happened, and they took care of it. So that was pretty cool.
For those of you that are concerned about what it is, if you go to your seller dash, I'm not going to just screen share, but if you go to your seller dashboard, under the, it gives you your rate, but you have to go in the middle box or at the bottom, middle box at the bottom, or the third row down, where it says seller level region US. If you click on that right arrow over there, and then you drop down to, you scroll down, your return rate's listed right there. So
yeah,
my return rate for the last year is 2.03%. 18 of my transactions out of 886, and it gives you it broken down by
category.
Yeah, and it's you don't have to calculate it. That's fairly new option. You don't have to calculate it yourself, so you can keep track of it that way.
Yeah, and I'm actually under 3%, and I sell at least 70% clothing, so I'm okay with under 3%. Around 3%.
And probably tomorrow, I'll do a screenshot of that and share it on my Instagram, because I really want to be. I'm using my Instagram as a way to be super transparent. I already did some screenshots of all of my numbers, net, gross, all that stuff, so you guys can see what they are, because I really don't think anybody should be putting themselves in a position like I am, where I'm giving advice. And I wouldn't say I'm like trying to teach you guys anything, but it's like I am trying to give people advice, and I do want to help guide sellers to be better sellers. But I don't think I should be doing that if I'm not telling you exactly how I'm performing in my job, because it's important that you know what my numbers are. And so I'm doing that on Instagram. So I'm probably going to put up tomorrow my return rate, and then I'm going to periodically, maybe monthly, show it so that people can kind of see what kind of changes there are to return rates along with my numbers now that I'm doing free returns. So Dorothy asked if there would be a free return thing on your listings. Yeah, when you have listings, we offer free returns. Yeah, just go if you go look around at different listings, you'll see the ones. It's in bold. It says free return. So hopefully it's catching people's eyes and getting them to want to buy from you over somebody else.
And the other quick question from Christine: can you offer to just refund without getting the item back if it's a low dollar amount? Yes, you can. You're going to get the option. There's going to be 3 or 4 different options that you can choose when you accept a return, and that's one of them. So
yeah, it gives you those options. And what's really cool is that when it comes back to you, once you get it, you can choose to only refund them a percentage. So they're giving you a little bit more control there. So basically, normally you would just give everything back, but let's say you get it back and it's not in the condition that you sent it out. And let's say you had new with tags, and they took the tags off and then they sent it back to you, or they sent it back to you and it's damaged. eBay is now giving you the option when you do free returns, you get that return back. When you go to refund it, it will ask you if you want to refund the full amount, or it'll give you a drop down and you can actually refund just a percentage of it. And eBay has said that they will back up sellers when they choose those options. And they will help. They will be supporting us in that and dealing with buyers if something like that happens. So they're really trying to listen to cover all of the potential concerns. But like I said, just try it for the first month. Again, if you're going to hang on to, if you already have Top Rated Seller Plus, you're getting that discount, hang on to that discount for a little bit longer, try it out. And if you get to the point where your returns, the cost of you getting returns and paying for that return shipping surpasses your discount, then start to think about, do you want to do something different? But at least give it a chance, right?
Yep.
That's a great return rate. 1.39% is awesome.
Nice.
Dorothy, 0.50 or 0.54. Those are great return rates.
Very, very
Nobody's
cool.
perfect.
0.5.
0.54. Yeah, nobody's perfect. You're going to have some returns. Come on now.
And I sell clothes, and clothes are one of those things that it has a higher return rate supposedly. So
especially women's. Well, women's we're gonna have a higher return rate than men, because men don't really like to try stuff on, and a size is a size is a size in a lot of cases, men's clothing. But women's clothing, as we all know, every pair of jeans, every size 10 is in different brands or what have you.
So. It's usually a little bit different. And I basically wear dudes' clothes, and so I know what size T-shirt I wear. It's not that hard to figure it out. I know what size pants I wear. I can buy pants at the store. I know this sounds weird, but most of the pants I buy, it's like I just know what waist to get, and then I buy them without trying them on, and usually it works out okay for me.
I don't know how that works.
I don't know. It works. Anyway, okay, so, and then the very last thing before we go on. So Cindy Roach had asked about the importance of social media and some of like the scheduling tools that might help with that. So I wasn't going to go into this because, first of all, Victoria and I both are really terrible at keeping up on our, I think, the social media stuff. Like,
I'm a little bit better.
You're better than I am. You're better than I am. But as far as like the business side of it, like,
yeah,
you were having Dana help you with that.
Lorna's great. I had, for the longest time, I had my assistant friend Dana helping me with that for the first year that she was working with me. I actually just started taking it over and doing it myself not that long ago. So Lorna is pretty much the expert on that.
Yeah.
And we definitely will need, I say we, but, you know, Katie and Theresa should definitely have Lorna do a little bit of a social media instruction.
Yeah, for sure. And then the other thing is, so my biggest thing about like Instagram is that, and Instagram is kind of the place to be now for sellers, for resellers. It's just like that's where everybody is. It's kind of the cool place to be. People are selling on Instagram. It's a lot. You know, Facebook is kind of becoming old school, and Instagram's where it's at, even more so than Twitter. But my problem with Instagram is that you have to be on your phone and you're all like typing in your stuff and doing like, I hate that. I hate it. I want to be able to type on the keyboard. So I just signed up for Hootsuite, which I've used Hootsuite before for Twitter, but I've never used it for Instagram. So I can't tell you too much about it yet because I haven't used it much yet, but I will tell you, Hootsuite, you connect it to your Instagram. You can have more than one Instagram account on there. So I have 2 Instagram accounts. I have my store Instagram, a boutique for him, and then I have my personal Instagram. It's more for my reseller life and community. And the great thing about Hootsuite is that you have the program up on your computer. It could be on your laptop, your desktop, and you could actually put pictures up, type on your stinking keyboard. So I don't have to do it on my phone.
You can cut and paste your preset hashtags.
Yeah, preset hashtags. And now you do have to switch over to a business account. So if you don't have a business account yet for your Instagram, it does have to be a business account. But once you do that, it's like you get to have a contact information on there. You get to have links that are live in your posts. It is potentially magical. Now it does cost money. So I'm going to be trying it out. I'm doing like the 30-day free trial. I think like if you buy it for a year, it's $20 a month for the level. It would be fine for me. Otherwise it's $30 a month. But if it's something that,
you lost me at that.
But it depends on what you're doing. It depends on what you're doing. So
I'm cheap. I should be the Jewish one. I'm cheap. I'm not.
Right. So, so it depends on, what it is you're using it for. I'm definitely going to use it for a lot for like my YouTube stuff because I do want to grow my channel there. And I really want to kind of expand my reach with that. So it just makes a lot of sense for me. So I'm going to be trying it out. But once I kind of get into that a little bit more, I'll probably have Lorna come on and do a show with me, and we can just talk about social media in general, and we'll get into some of the tools. I don't know, maybe she uses some tools because like I said, I'm terrible at it. Keeping up on it. I'm hoping that the Hootsuite will help me, but that's what it is. All right. So did you have anything to add to that, Theresa?
No, I just looked at, we need 4 more thumbs up. Come on, 4 more
thumbs up. All right, guys, I need 4 more. Okay, here's the thing.
I can add one on my computer.
No. Don't help them.
Okay.
Don't help them.
Yeah, why would I help
them? They need to get to work. Okay, here's the deal, guys. I am about to give you guys a question. And whoever answers this question first is going to win $50 to spend on eBay to buy presents for me. Okay, you can buy presents for yourself. But anyway, I'm not going to ask the question until we get up to 50 thumbs up. We need 4 more. We need 4 more thumbs up. You want to win $50? You want to go to bed? You want to get out of here? I need 4 more thumbs up, guys.
Oh,
let's do it.
A couple more. Oh, just a couple more.
I'm getting lots of LOLs. Oh, now we need 3 more.
Come on.
3 more.
I've got
and Lorna, when I ask the question, I'm going to need, we just need people to like pay attention so we can see who answers it first. And we need 3 more because we got a thumbs down, guys. I want all thumbs up. I want 50. Whoa, it just jumped up to 51. All right, we're there. Okay.
Wait a minute. Why am I cheering? Now you're going to see an idiotic picture of me.
So you got it. See, I think it's an awesome picture. I love it.
It's ridiculous.
I think it's awesome.
It's a good thing I don't have any pride
It's
left.
MC Pink. That was her name back when she was in an all-white girl hip-hop group in the 90s. And this is her picture from that, otherwise known as her picture of her bleaching her hair, but it looks crazy. So you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, guys. So here's your question. First person to answer this correctly is going to get $50 to spend on eBay. All right, you guys ready? You ready at your keyboards? Lorna, are you ready to see who answers this first? All right. The board game, eBay, the auction game. What year was it created? What year? Did you just answer? You don't get to win.
She's typing yes. You can't.
All right, no, I'd have to do a different question now because Theresa just answered the question.
I just popped in a bunch of answers. I don't know what's right.
You said the right answer first. Okay, we're going to give it to who actually said it first because I don't want to take the prize away from her. Marianne. Marianne wins $50. Theresa, you are in.
You're in
trouble.
Chair.
You were in trouble.
I didn't know what the answer was. Honestly.
You literally randomly said the correct answer first.
I'm looking back because I was just, when you said, okay, get ready to answer, I typed yes. Then
and then you typed 01.
Oh, I meant to type 00 to be honest with you.
All right, guys, Theresa's in big trouble. Marianne, you are the winner because I'm not going to steal that win from you. You still typed it the fastest. And apparently...
I didn't mean to answer.
Yeah, that's all right.
I didn't remember the answer, to be honest.
Cynthia apparently says that somebody created that game years before eBay actually, I think they went in the time machine or something. Anyway, all right, guys, thank you so much. Marianne, please, everybody who won prizes. What's that?
Don't you have a surprise?
I have one more prize. Guys, I have one more prize. I do have more. Now, really, I shouldn't give this prize out because the person I'm giving this prize to just got in a lot of trouble for answering the question first.
Oh no.
She's in a timeout, but she.
let's look at Theresa and let's look at her with shame. Yes, look at her. Okay, Theresa, I have a present for you. This is your prize. Are you ready?
Wait. Let me just tell everybody that before I see this, I can feel the vibes. It's red.
It's actually not red. This is one time when your guess is incorrect. I wish it was red, but it is something. It is something that you've been wanting. It's something that you've been wanting. Okay, you ready?
What many things? So let me think.
You ready?
Yeah. I do want that. It's a backpack.
This is. I'm attacking.
Did you find that thrifty?
This is an eBay backpack. Now this isn't just any eBay backpack. It's blue. It's actually pink. It's not red. This isn't any eBay backpack. This is an exclusive eBay backpack that I got as part of my prize package for winning the Shine Award last year. So I actually wore this the whole time at eBay Open last year. It's a really nice backpack. And I'm going to be sending this to Theresa because she's awesome, because she started an awesome boss group and she let me come in and be one of the leaders in there. And so I wanted to say thank you. And I'm going to send you that backpack, Theresa, because I know you really want an eBay backpack.
I do want an eBay backpack, so thank you. And I don't care that it's not red. I just wanted to say eBay on it so that when I travel, people will ask me about eBay.
It is not.
Loves her eBay.
It is not a wine cooler backpack. It could be, but Theresa.
It has been a beer cooler.
It most likely
backpack.
It most likely will be filled with Mountain Dew because that is Theresa's vice.
Thank you.
She gets a little crazy on the dew. Anyway, all right. So again, everybody who won prizes, please get in touch with me because I'm going to need your contact information so that I can send you your prizes. And thank you so much for being here. We held you a little bit long, but doing this again, and come to the Boss Facebook group so you can see the awesome pictures.
No more onesies.
No, it's too hot. It's too hot.
I'm sorry.
It's too hot.
You saw the Pink Panther onesie. That's it.
It's too hot. Anyway, so thanks again, everybody. Thank you, Theresa. Thank you, Lorna, for helping out in the chat, and thank all of you guys for being here and hanging out with us, and for making this a successful first Boss Up and List virtual listing party. So woot woot to everybody. All right. Good night, guys. Thanks for coming.